What is going on, you savages? Welcome to the show. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Monday, damn it. Go out there and just kick the shit out of it, would you? So today is guaranteed to piss some people off. And that is kind of the show, isn't it? That's kind of what we do. But until I get to pissing you off, or after I'm done pissing you or someone you know off, do me a favor, head to traviscrutcher.com. That's where you can find all the things about me. Stuff actually about me. You can hear more about the podcast. You can check out the other podcast. You can have me come speak. You can talk to me about coaching. All that good stuff is there. So please check that out. And it's just fun to click around. Blogs, lots of blogs there. If you like to read blogs, I write them and I put them there. So check that out. Anyway, I'm going to now shut up so I can thereby talk some more.
Welcome to Not Sorry with Travis Crutcher, the show where Travis will say some things that might trigger you, offend you, make you laugh, or even motivate you. So, if you're not easily offended, stick around and enjoy. On the other hand, if you are easily offended, listen anyway. Then go tell everyone how triggered you were. Either way, you can be certain of one thing. Travis is not sorry.
All right, here we go. So recently I did a show about quitting. It's kind of an epidemic sometimes, but today we're going to talk about something it's the same fucking thing. I'm going to be real with you. It's the same thing, but people don't call it the same thing. Okay. And so it's people who don't want to admit that they're quitting. That's really what it is. It's this, I took a break. I took a break. You hear this shit all the time. I hear it constantly. And I'm telling you what, not with my clients. I don't hear this shit with my clients. I hear this from other people in like the creation, coaching, speaking arena all the fucking time. I took a break. Okay, let me help you with something real quick. That is what you call quitting when you don't have the balls to admit it. Straight up. Like if you're trying to build fucking anything meaningful, anything at all, there's no such thing as a break. You certainly don't take like 4 fucking months off. Can you imagine? You imagine if you just like, I'm just going to take 4 months off from my relationship. I'm just going to take 4 months off from being a parent. What kind of shit show would that be? You think you can get away with that? You think you can just take 4 months off from those responsibilities? And fuck no. If you're trying to build momentum into something that you want to see last, you can't take a fucking break, especially long term. All this bullshit you see, like disappear for 3 months, reinvent yourself, come back. Fuck that. No. If you're building something, don't disappear. Don't disappear, because when you get back, you're fucking starting over. You're starting over. Now, maybe you built a whole pile of dog shit and you need to wipe the slate clean. Cool, I got it. But don't disappear. Own that shit. Be like, hey, this is trash and we're starting over. Okay? Because there's no such thing as a break in building something meaningful. You're either building momentum or you're losing it. You're either growing or you're dying. You're quitting. Okay? And this I'm just taking a break bullshit, that's your ego protecting you from admitting that you're quitting. And it's always under the guise of some moral fucking high ground. Like, I'm going to do it to recenter myself. I'm going to do it to get back to the priorities. And then what happens, right? You hear from these people 3-4 months fucking later. They haven't got any of these priorities. They said they were going to unfucking get better. They're still a shit show. Everything's a disaster still. And they're no closer to building something meaningful than when they started. Because your momentum dies. Your habits, if you've built any good ones, they fucking completely dissolve. Everyone you're in competition with, because trust me, this whole thing called life, it is a competition. Believe me, they've all advanced while you've stood still, and your skills that you're trying to flex to make money or to improve on whatever it is have deteriorated. Seriously, imagine. Like, I've done it. I've taken long breaks from being married. It's called deployments. And when I come back, my husband yay game is not there. I'm not dialed in. Right? I can try, I can fake the funk, I can show up with like grand gestures, but my day-to-day husband shit, not good. It's not there. It takes a while to get it back, and that's what happens when you take a break. And the worst part is you're not just pausing, okay? You're actively moving backwards. Every single time you stop, you're choosing to start over again and again and again and again. It's like if you started a jigsaw puzzle and you got stuck and you fucking jumbled it all up and threw it back in the box and shook it up and said, I'm taking a break. No, you're not taking a break. You're fucking starting over. All the progress you made is gone. You're square one, dude. And look, let's be real. If you're trying to build a business or something in the social media landscape today, let the algorithm forget your name. See ya. You're fucking toast, dude. you're toast. Now, there's a lot of things right now with all algorithms that are weird. Things are changing. That post everyday shit is starting to kind of trickle down and go away, and I get it. But that doesn't mean ghost your projects for 3 months. It's just not the way it works. And so here's a strategy. Oh, he's got one. Yeah, of course I do, damn it. The momentum matrix, man. Super simple, right? But you the first thing you do is identify your minimum viable momentum, okay? So what we're doing is we're identifying the absolute minimum daily actions, okay? These are non-negotiable tasks that maintain momentum. And they're the bare minimum that keeps you in the game. And I'm telling you, like, it's okay. Like, I identify these for myself. And it's like some days I don't post shit, but I'll throw something in my stories, right? Some days I don't write a week. I may not write a blog. Okay, that's fine. But I've got other things drawing people to the site, et cetera, right? You've got to do the bare minimum stuff to keep you in the game. These are like even if the world is burning standards, okay? And then step 2 is look for those momentum multipliers. Create systems that make stopping harder than continuing. We talked about this recently when we talked about quitting, right? Make it harder to stop than just keep going. Build accountability that doesn't take breaks. Here's the thing, and I'm not shitting on folks. I am one of the things I will admit to being a fucking pro at is self-accountability. Like my internal monologue, if I haven't got something done, is damn near abusive, right? I will make myself finish no matter what. And so if you haven't got that, it's okay. It's not, you don't have to wear a scarlet letter around, let everyone know that you suck at individual accountability. But that means you've got to find accountability partners, find people that are going to hold your feet to the fire, make sure you get it done. And then we talked about this, establish consequences for pausing. It has to hurt, man. It has to hurt. Otherwise, you're going to do it. Look, comfort, lethargy, all that shit, that is part of the human condition. We seek it out. And so if you give yourself an excuse to pause, to have more comfort, to have less of that, I've got to get it done, then you're going to want to stay there. Okay. And then we've talked about this in everything, but you've got to design your environment for consistency. Now, number 3 is super important. This is the no break contract. Okay. Write down what you're building. List everything you lose if you stop. And look, I get it. If you're building a business, maybe it hasn't been financially viable yet. Maybe you haven't made a fucking penny, but what are you losing in the long run if you stop? What are the goals you've got for this in the first place? Why are you doing it? What freedoms are you going to lose out? What impact are you not going to make? These are the things you write down. And then calculate the real cost of breaks. What am I really losing if I take a break, if I pause, if I just quit, right? And then, I'm not joking, sign this shit. Write your name on it. I'm not saying in blood, but sign this fucker with a witness, because that person is going to be, you remember, right? You remember. The key is design your life so that continuing is easier than quitting. It's easier than your quote break, which we've established is just quitting. Because every time you take a break and start over, you pay a tax, man. This is the starting over tax. And it's all the things we've talked about. It's lost momentum, right? Wasted energy. Repeating the basics again and again and again. Like it's, if you only tied your fucking shoes once and then 3 months later came back to it, you'd be starting over, man. That loop, swoop, pull, or bunny ears, whatever you thought you had figured out is gone. You've got to rebuild all the habits, right? All the systems, the consistent things you're doing to stay in the game. And then you've got to regain the ground that you've already covered. This is like a no retreat kind of philosophy. And it's not just expensive, man. Like, I'm going to be real, it's fucking stupid. It's stupid to give up ground on your own progress. And so you've got to establish success patterns. Like, look at any successful person in any field. You know what they all have in common? They didn't take breaks. And I'm not saying don't exercise self-care. You guys know I'm a huge proponent of self-care, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about taking a break, like stopping, dropping the fucking ball and walking off the court. They don't take breaks. Successful people found ways to keep going. They adjusted the intensity, but maintained the momentum. That's the thing. I'm not suggesting you go 150 miles an hour all the time. You'll get burnt out. You'll learn to hate what you've created. That's not what I'm saying. And whether it's a relationship, a pastime, a business, you don't want to go full tilt all the time because you'll burn out. But you want to adjust the intensity so you can keep your momentum going, so you can do things every day, those bare minimum tasks we talked about. And the other thing is you have to understand that stopping means fucking dying, okay? Think about it like a shark, man. It's true. If they stop moving, they're fucked. They're in trouble. You got to keep moving. Success isn't about sprinting and resting, okay? This isn't cardio training. It's about sustainable forward motion. This shit's a marathon, dog. Yeah, you're going to do some sprints. You want to make up some ground quick, but this is the long game. And so here's the truth. Life will throw shit at you. You will face health issues, family emergencies, personal crises, unexpected challenges. The list goes on and on and on, but successful people find ways to maintain momentum through these challenges, not use them as excuses to quit. Look, true story, man. This show, the stuff that shouldn't matter that Jess and I do together, it's had its several lives, right? Started out as above average podcast, turned into tear it down. Now it's stuff that shouldn't matter but does, and it's just silliness. That shit's been going on for 5 years. Do you think that there haven't been days where it's time to get that show out over the course of 5 years? Haven't missed a single fucking show in 5 years. Don't you think there's been times like, fuck, I don't want to do this. I'm tired. I'm depleted. Or maybe Jess and I, believe it or not, have arguments, right? Maybe we're in the middle of something. We don't want to sit down across from each other with microphones and put on a show. We want to fucking be mad in our corners and sulk, right? Did it get done? Fuck, yes, it got done. Okay, you've got to go through these challenges and still keep it going. Don't use them as excuses to quit. You don't need a break. What you need is better systems, stronger habits, clear fucking priorities, and a sustainable pace that can keep you on track. If you can't maintain it forever, you're doing it wrong. For real. Like my business, I can maintain the intensity that I roll with on a weekly basis for fucking ever. Forever. And I get a lot done. And I know at any moment, if I want, I could ramp this up. This is sustainable for me. So that's what you've got to do. Quit taking fucking breaks, because it's just quitting and starting over and over and over. So if you have been building something for a year, 2 years, 5, 10 years, whatever it is, and you're still wondering why it's not gotten off the ground, maybe you've taken too many breaks, which is just a zhuzhed up way of saying I fucking quit over and over and over. Knock it off. Get in there. Get consistent. Maintain a sustainable intensity level and make it fucking happen, Captain. Okay? That's it. It's just for anyone who out there, I don't quit. I've taken some breaks. Nah, motherfucker, you quit. Okay? Let's be real. And then you start it over and over and over and over. You wonder why you've gotten nowhere. That's why. Because what you call a break is just quitting. Knock it the fuck off, okay? All said with love. All said with love, damn it. Anyway, hope you guys dug it. Hope you took something away from it, and I will talk to you next time. Later.